All right, welcome everybody. Want to welcome everyone to this and Ben, who is our agent spotlight of the month. Agent, just crushing it last month and continuing into this month. So, want to give some shout outs and kudos to and all the hard work he's put in, helping out his clients and consumers, educating people out there in the public in Baltimore and beyond. So. Law had 5 transactions last month, almost $2 million in volume. Another couple transactions this month already that we're working on. So just the momentum's crazy. So congratulations.
I appreciate that, Greg. Yeah, it's kind of amazing to hear the numbers. Actually, I don't really concentrate on the numbers so much as I do how many people I help. But yeah, hearing them played back to me it sounds great.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's like that saying that like if you fall in love with the process, the results will show up. And I know you've been putting the work in, like your website's amazing. You do the YouTube videos and educating the consumers, and it's all sort of paying off. So super proud of you, and we're proud to be in business with you. And it's just awesome. Good stuff.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And I couldn't have done it without you. I mean, Greg, I've been under you for I guess about 5 or 6 years now as a real estate agent, and without your guidance and education, I would not be where I'm at right now. So thank you to you.
Well, it's our pleasure. And like I said, we're just super excited to be in business with you. And we're in the business of helping people fulfill their home ownership dreams and needs. And it's a privilege and a blessing when we're able to do that. So when I see an agent kind of knocking it out of the park like you, it makes my heart happy.
Thank
Um, yeah, you got a lot going on. Recently married too. You managed to pull that off in the midst of all these transactions. So you had a few balls in the air there. How's everything going with that?
It's great. Being married is definitely a great feeling. My wife has been very gracious. She's allowed me to spend, time with my clients up until about 4 days before our wedding, and then she cut me off for about 48 hours. So we had a small honeymoon afterwards, and then I had a closing. I had a closing the Tuesday before my wedding, and then the Wednesday after my wedding, I had another closing. So didn't slow down.
That's being committed.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But I mean, my clients are some of my friends too. They become my friends over time. So I did actually have some client friends at my wedding. So they're very understanding of what was going on.
Very cool. That's fantastic. So, I know that you've got a lot, you've got your different social media handles out there, the different platforms that you're on. Love the website, benmoves.com, and kind of like a Ben Moves Baltimore. Love the logo as well on Ben Moves. But tell us a little bit about some of the, because I know you have an education background, right?
I do. That's kind of something that kind of drew me to real estate. My school was located next to a real estate office, and there used to be this sign up every day outside the office saying a new class is starting soon or get your real estate license. And teaching is a very difficult job. So after a long time doing that, I was like, what else can I do as a career? I still teach, but I started with real estate that way. I think my education background, I work with special education. That's what my master's degree in, has really helped me in real estate because I'm already used to taking complicated information and kind of breaking it down to different people's learning styles. So you don't have to be, on a you don't have to be a special ed student to know that real estate is a complicated topic. So if I can make something that's super complicated more understandable and palatable for my clients, then that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm here for.
That's awesome. And that's kind of what it's really about, right? Like we're in the business of, helping facilitate these real estate goals and dreams and being the conduit to which that happens. But it's a lot of it's education. And I think
Mhm.
teachers have a leg up when it comes to they have those sets built in on how to instruct people, the timeliness of the information and how important it is, not just to go through the process, but educate the consumers and clients along the way, right? So that they feel comfortable throughout the process, because a lot of that is what we do too, is we want to kind of pull the curtain back and kind of get a look behind the scenes on what's going on. I know you've got some great vendor partners in the title companies and lenders that you work with, and they're a big part of your team as well. And Christy at the transaction coordination. So it's kind of cool to see you put together a whole team of people that's there to inform, educate, and assist the consumer along the way. So we get phenomenal feedback and responses from your clients. I know you get great testimonials, and that's the tribute to how you conduct yourself and how you conduct business. So again, great job.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about, so I've already sort of spilled the beans on benmoves.com. If you haven't gone there, check it out. Lots of great information on there. You know, what working with law is like, and what are some of the other social media platforms people can check you out and stay tuned on.
Yeah, so I'm on Ben Moves, and Ben has two N's. That's something that people forget, but Ben is my last name. So it's Ben, two N's, moves.com. I'm also on Instagram, so that's at Ben Moves. I have a YouTube page. It's also Ben Moves, so you'll see a theme there. But if you can Google Ben Moves, you'll be able to find um, pretty much me anywhere online. I try to, internet's really important, so I try to keep a fresh page for everyone. I definitely keep my new listings on my page. If you're interested in seeing some cool houses, definitely check out my page, especially the YouTube page. I also try to provide just information about the real estate process on my YouTube page. So if you don't know what an EMD is, like an earnest money deposit, go to my page, about a 2-minute video, and you'll learn all about what that is and why it's important in the real estate transaction, and a lot of other jargon that goes on in real estate.
That's awesome. And talk to me a little bit about like Live Baltimore, City Living Certified, and some of the things that you've been doing to be that like local expert and the sort of the local economist of choice when it comes to housing needs, but also knowing what the communities are about and some of the local flavor.
Yeah, so I've been a Baltimore resident now for 10 years, and a really big organization here in Baltimore is livebaltimore.com. They're an organization that helps individuals buy houses in Baltimore, especially for people from outside of Baltimore. So because I saw what a strong stakeholder they are in Baltimore's community, I decided to team up with them. I took their class. I'm now a certified Live Baltimore agent. So I do have a little bit more of an edge on what's going on in Baltimore's housing market as far as numbers, fluctuations, and whatnot. I'm also able to join them on their trolley tours. So if you're not familiar, Live Baltimore offers a trolley tour 4 times a year. I'm one of the agents that goes out on the bus, tells you about the neighborhoods, and then home buyers can get their name pulled out of a lottery and they can get up to $5,000 towards their home purchase. But teaming up with them has just been pretty invaluable because they, like I said, they do have a pulse on what's going on in Baltimore. Also, I must say I'm out and about in our city a lot. I know a lot of people here. Baltimore is about this big in the grand scheme of things. So being here for 10 years, going out, the farmers markets, the parks, the festivals, I think really keeps me up to date, and people's, they remember me, but also they see that I care about our city. I want people to move to Baltimore who care about our city, to invest in our city, and that's what I'm all about. It's just the growth of our area.
That's great. That's fantastic. And now I really appreciate when agents invest in themselves to better serve the community. And it sounds like, that's what you're continuing to do. And that's fantastic. So Baltimore's got a lot to offer, right? It gets a bad rap sometimes out there, but it's such a vibrant city and a lot of flavor and color with the different aspects of the different communities and things that are offered. So, yeah, how would someone, if someone wanted to join you on one of the trolley tours or whatever, what's the best way to get a hold of you for something like that?
So definitely you can contact me directly at benmoves@gmail.com. There's also information at the Live Baltimore website as well. Like I said, they're offered about 4 times a year, so we just missed one, but there will be others. And luckily, a lot of my clients have had success with that lottery. I think people hear lottery and they think, oh, well, I don't have a chance. But I've had at least 4 clients, and I have one. I don't want to jinx it, but I have one now that I think is up for it as well. So there's a
That's awesome.
chance. So definitely reach out to me and whatever's comfortable with you. So if you want to text me, call me, email me, Instagram. Like I said, I'm a special educator, so I have to fluctuate to whatever my clients' needs are.
Outstanding. I'll make sure for the YouTube recap that I include your contact information in the YouTube video. But yeah, just remember if you're reaching out to it's bnnmoves@gmail.com. So 2 N's. Good stuff. And it goes without saying. Well, talking about some of the events in there, I know they just had the Pride and Practice thing from Maryland Realtors in Baltimore. It's Pride Month. It's Home Ownership Month. So those things are in lockstep right now. So we want to get out in the community and let people know that we're serving, all the different demographics out there, and no better person to go to that's someone that's really invested in the community and tied in the community at the level that you are. So we want people to reach out to Laud and get his local insight. Said we were going to talk a little bit about there's some changes amidst in the real estate industry, right? Like I'm sure some of the people are out there. There's a lot of misinformation out there on the news. Some maybe not so solid or information that's being filtered through some of the different channels in the media. But in Maryland, we've been kind of lucky with, that there's not going to be any co-oping commission on our multiple list service anymore. But for us, we've had buyer agency for 8 years now in Maryland. We were the first state to have buyer agency, one of only 17 states to have buyer agency in place before all these antitrust lawsuits sort of popped off. Our listing agreements and form sets have always been informative and pretty transparent. But for us, the process is still going to be the same, right? It's just going to be a little bit different on how we work with our clients and what kind of the modus operandi, so to speak, the MO of moving forward with some of these things. But I think more than ever, I guess what I'm saying is when you're working with a client, you want someone who's going to advocate for you on the either the buy side or the list side. So it's imperative now more than ever to work with someone like La, who has your best interest. So fiduciary, someone that's going to educate you on what the forms are, what everything means, how the numbers move around on the paper when it comes to settlement, and just someone that's above board and transparent. So for us, I think, like we said, it might be a little bit lumpy for the next few months with some of the different changes within the industry on how we work with lenders and title companies on how the money's moved around. But the process sort of remains the same, right? There's no greater advocate for homeownership opportunities and advocate for real property rights than realtors. And, that's why we're just so proud to be in business with agents like yourself. But yeah, anything to add to that? I mean, it's all about what you're bringing to value to your customers and clients and consumers and your value proposition. I know you bring a lot.
It really is, and it's about trust. And I follow, I'm on social media a lot, so I go into the comments more. I actually read the posts. I want to see what people are saying about what's going on, especially consumers and clients who aren't really as knowledgeable, so just following the news and social media. I kind of akin it to a wedding coordinator, right? So my wife and I just got married. We decided to do it ourselves. The biggest regret of my wedding is a wedding coordinator, because the amount of stress that we were under, the things that we didn't know until we knew them, and then it was like almost too late timeline. It's almost like real estate. There are so many timelines, there's so many deadlines, there's just things you don't know until you know them. And sometimes that might cost you a property or cost you a vendor, in realms of a wedding or a DJ, like it costs us. I the value of having somebody in that field who's knowledgeable, whether it be a wedding or whether it be real estate, it's there. And if we can show ourselves to our customers and clients that value, I don't see, like you said, there might be a little bumps in the road, but I don't think the lawsuit or the settlement is going to affect agents that care about their clients. Some agents might not make it so much because they're just worried on the money aspect of the transaction. And that's not the important part. The part is that the clients understand what's going on with their properties. That's one of the biggest decisions of their life, whether they're buying or selling. Do they feel comfortable making their decision, that they trust what they're doing and the people that are around them helping them do it? So yeah, I'm not too worried about what's going on. Like I said, I pay attention to the news. I want to be knowledgeable. But I'm not concerned about it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more, right? The agents that are going to continue to advocate for their clients are going to be the ones that went out in the end and take their fair share of the market. And yeah, like you said, it's really about being. I love the analogy, like the wedding planner analogy, and it's so true because our not only our insight and our market knowledge and the transactions, every transaction is different and it's very nuanced and it's complicated and the market's ever changing, but also our access to resources and relationships. Like you said, like, a wedding planner would have access to some of the best DJs, right? You've got access to some of the best title companies, some of the best lenders. Every loan is different, and your clients and maybe the consumers that you're talking to may have different needs based on their particular situation, and you've got that market insight and that knowledge with access to the better resources and relationships out there. It's all about relationships. So I love that analogy about the wedding planner. So yeah, learn from other people's mistakes. Learn from Lot's
Yeah.
mistakes. To jump on board and hire yourself a good realtor.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's awesome. Well, anything that you want to add in closing?
Yeah, I just want to say I'm holding a client customer appreciation event August 4th. That's actually Artscape Weekend here in Baltimore. So perfect excuse to check out the city. It'll be in Druid Hill Park. That's a Sunday, hoping for good weather. So please come out to that. There'll be more information on that on my website and my social media soon. And I hope to be teaming up with some of my partners for that. And then we'll have raffles, food, crabs, music. So it's a family event, playground. So everyone welcome to come out.
That's awesome. So again, everybody check out bennmoves.com, BENNMOVES.com. You can access all his different social media platforms from there as well. But that sounds like a phenomenal event. I'm super excited for you. And again, super proud of all your success and continued success to you, La. We're proud to be in business with you.
Thank you, Greg, so much for working with me, being a great boss and broker. And I look forward to many more years of success.
Awesome. Sounds great.
All right. Take care, guys.
Take care, everybody.